Hey, it me. How's it going? It's a Realm Heavensward rewarded red. Hi. Hopefully you're all doing well. Today we are going to be finishing Heavensward. That's right, everybody. It's finished. It's all done. It's Kaputski, because we're meeting Heavensward, and presumably he's just going to tell us, yeah, sure, I can end the war, and then that's it. That's the end. But, anyway. Was originally going to have a guest on today. Sadly, they could not make it, so I'm doing it solo. As I started stream, I was like, okay, I've got a plan for what exactly I'm going to be doing. I know we have to do this, and then we're going to have to do the dungeon. The final dungeon, obviously. And then I had a thought, and I was like, wait a minute. Isn't there, like, another little thing that happens in between what we're doing right now in the dungeon? And I think, pretty sure there is. So, with that in mind, we may not have time to do the Moogle quest thing that we were going to do before, but we will soon. That being said, what does a Grand Blue song have to do with our game today? Well, we're going to be doing some airship stuff, probably. Also, you'll have to forgive me if I just take a few moments of silence to look around my apartment, because if you haven't been paying attention to my last couple of streams or are not in my Discord, you might not know there's a little beast running around my apartment right now. Little cat by the name of Orie that my roommate adopted. She's still very shy and is mostly hiding under my bed, because you can't hide under my roommate's bed. So sometimes I might just pop out, excuse me, for a moment to ensure she's still there. And I will say to you all if I see her walking around. It's going to be a while before I get to do the Otaku Shrew style thing of picking up the cat and shoving it into the microphone, and it makes funny noises. I don't even know if I'll ever get to that point, but regardless, just so you know, that's the rub. So, let's go ahead and... Oh, also, I forgot to change my stupid fucking reactive image. Give me a moment, folks. Just turn that off for now. I forgot that I changed that. I'm so used to not having to change it. There we go. Better. Now then. What the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, let's talk to everybody. Hey, Alphanode.
I trust you are well rested, Ruja. Good. If we are to parley with Heavensward, we shall have need of the full complement of our wits. We must succeed in winning Heavensward to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva.
And Estinian.
Whenever you are ready, warrior of light, fill your mind to gaze upon this great world.
Alright. Moghan. Heart of Ice. Moghan is gazing meaningfully at the path to Zenith. I'm pretty sure none of these items are things that I need. Let me also just double check this to see if there's a turn-in for them. No, there isn't. Damn it. But let me be real sure, like... These are leggings, right? Ramy and Damelskin is what these are. I think we're good. Yeah. Alright.
The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Race Velger back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure it.
Love that I joined the pun man himself talking in a French accent to French music. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good, Scoosh. Thanks for dropping by. And yes, that as we all know, Estinian is French.
This is your chance to climb to the highest floor to the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? I mean, he's not gonna kill us, is he? I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Yep. And I don't remember if I did it on stream last time. I did attune to the Aetheryte over here because teleporting to Mogholm and walking all the way back would be a miserable experience that I would not want to do again. So I won't. All right, let's get on up there. Very ominous backdrop for our meeting with the dragon, but I'm sure he's reasonable and everything will go just fine. Oh, hang on, guys. I gotta get this ether current. Wouldn't it be funny if you didn't pick this ether current up? It showed up in the background with your conversation with Race Velger. That would be very funny. Okay. Alpha Node?
So, this is the place.
Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. It is done, warrior of light. What a weird sounding horn. You love to see the first thing in a voiced cutscene be a line that is not voiced in English. But whatever, it's technically voiced, so I'm not gonna read it. Sorry.
Race Velger.
That's right.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Race Velger, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth about your past, about Shiva. But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me. I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
I like to imagine this moment is basically like Silent Hill fucking 2 for Hraesvelgr. Like somebody goes up and it's like, I'm your wife reborn! He's like, how is that possible? I smothered Shiva to death in her hospital bed with a pillow 10 years ago.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Just for the sake of narration, I am going to read these lines for Hraesvelgr, I've just decided, because this is too important of a thing for you to just read the fucking thing. 1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Two centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister Ratatoskr into an ambush, and took from her that which he craved. Also, small side note, I really enjoy the visual style of this legend being told in a very Norse style. Very cool. Very God of War PS4. Because we live in an age... Sorry, I'll finish my complaint later. We live in an age where games can just be released in a series, like a new game could come out in a series and it can just not have a subtitle or a number associated with it, which is great for when moms are looking up a game to buy their son or their kid that they don't know like anything about, they could just look up God of War and just buy the latest one. But it sucks for literally everybody else. And so it's stupid. These pictures make me think of Zelda, actually. Yes, that is another good comparison to make. I mean, you could argue that the way that Zelda does those paintings is also in a very Norse style, though it doesn't have this very distinct kind of wood pattern background to it. Or at least not all of them do. I can't remember, if any specific ones do. Love to see a Norse Zelda. That'd be cool. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse defiled by her Elzen allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all. For from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. Why is King Thordan's torso so fucking long, by the way? Actually, you know what? No, it's probably just like a cloak kind of thing. So, But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. So, again, just to ensure that you guys remember this point, King Thordan and his knights betrayed the Dragon Pact that they had for nearly 200 years, ate a dragon's eyes, and then Nidhogg immediately fucking dusted him. Which is just a really funny image of Thordan being like, I have attained godlike power, and then suddenly, poof, gone. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget, e'en should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble to dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
I don't know, buddy, why would you believe your version of events? You fucking loser? Whatever. Also, I realize now that unfortunately I can't play the funny French music while Estinian is talking in cutscene because his audio is, or my voice volume is too quiet so that the music will drown him out. So, oh well. We'll have to stick to me doing it when just doing his lines. And Bracefelger makes a very good point. Who fucking cares what you believe, dickhead? My people believe this version, and that's what they remember. So it doesn't matter. Speak up a little bit there, Elfinoid. You're very quiet. So, okay, I want to talk about this line a little bit more. I don't remember if it's elaborated on further, but what he says here is, know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Ratatosker's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then the seed lies within us.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
It's funny because we did actually fight a guy who did just use an enchantment to make himself look like a dragon. Do you remember that? The false inquisitor, he did exactly that. He didn't actually turn into a dragon.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
I don't really care.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Unfortunately, no. He is... you've actually just explained the futility of the quest to the three of us. Istinian is like, oh, fuck yeah, I get to kill Nidhogg now. This is great!
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Bye! Alright. Well, that didn't go very well. Zell, how you doing?
What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? As predicted, I saw its face in the realm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one recourse. You know I have the right of it, warrior of light.
That's right, Shin Megami Tensei. Hey, what level is this quest again? 54? Dope. What can I finish this on that will give me experience points? Dork Knight. Yeah, sure, whatever, man. Hey, that's still better, really. Hang on, sorry, I'm... Alright, cool. Well... Good old Skofnung. Cat spotted! She's walking to my roommate's room. I repeat, the cat has been spotted. Race Felga was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words are so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. Ah, so far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Hello, young lady. Are you here to fuck up the carpet a little bit? Okay. Hello. Oh. She appears to be climbing up onto the back of my chair a little bit. She's kind of looking at me. Oh, okay, she is now up on my desk. She is sniffing chat. How old is she? Great question. I don't know. Ooh, I really prefer you don't go up there, kitty. But I also don't want to touch you because I know that you would get mad at me. Oh, hey, stop pressing buttons. Here, let me move that for you. Did you want to get on there? Go ahead. Careful, it's a little wobbly. Here you go. You're probably only going to be able to get onto the floor or back onto my desk. Okay, she's back on the floor. Okay, she's going over to the window. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I don't know, what the fuck do we want? What do these look like, anyway? Leather pants. Fine, I guess. I'll take the money. Yep, that's the same thing. The Wyrm's Lair. Hang on, I think these... Wait. Damn it. I'm looking for the Hallowed Raimi Gaskins of Aiming, I think. Right? Yeah. Okay. These pants are nice, okay, I guess, but... Anyway. Alpha Note is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
Look at him fucking grin. He is so happy about this.
What is there to be found in the east?
Did you not see the gigantic, evil, glowing orb in the sky, Alpha Note?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Yeah, he's gonna get, like, lair actions and shit.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with 2 Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible?
Once again, that line is different if you have not completed the level 50 Dragoon quest.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
Great news, buddy. I think I might know where it is.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
I don't know, French people? Must it?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
You know, I forget that he says this, and this would be a lot... You know what, never mind. I'm not using my card yet. But I am about to.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Yippee!
Good cutscene. Okay, I'm cashing in my, Be Mean to Heavensward card right now. So... Well, actually, let me read this first. Oh, nope, that's the same line. Awesome. So, I really hope you guys have enjoyed Yzael being central to the main plot. Because after this, she isn't anymore. She has effectively been removed from the cast. That's not to say she's not going to come back. In fact, she still has a couple more very important scenes in this expansion. However, for this entire next section, she's just going to be standing here, feeling sad for herself. Which, I mean, understandable considering what happened. However, that is not a fucking good use of a character. For all of the things that come out of this character and what she means for the story, it is insane that we meet her as late into the story as we do and then drop her here. Why? Anyway. Also, guys, just thinking, just spitballing, I might have an idea where Nidhogg's lair is. It might be the gigantic purple floating rock crackling with lightning energy. Just like, if I had to pick a place, you know, that feels like a good one to start at, you know what I mean? How many Aether Currents are we at, by the way? We're only missing one. Non-story one, at least. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. If I had a nickel for every time a woman in 14 was done dirty writing-wise, it's true. You would have a lot of money, actually. Yeah, it is a very unfortunate aspect of this expansion. And one thing I will say is I don't know 100% how much of this is necessarily true, but one of the main writers for this expansion, who would later go on to write Shadowbringers and Entrail, I don't believe Yzael was a character that she had done a lot of work on writing and stuff. And I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, she did not know that the writers had killed Yzael. And they did it without her, like, permission or her go-ahead. So she was also very surprised by that, which just goes to show what a great idea it will eventually be. Because, spoiler alert, she's gonna die. Sorry. What's that? Kyrie's been kidnapped. Again? I know, it's crazy. Oh, also, you can see there's just a quest over there. Can you guys tell maybe which direction we're going to be going? Just out of curiosity. Ah, damn it. I used my fucking Be Mean to Heavensward card, and I've got another thing. I've got another thing I can talk about almost immediately after, too. Shoot, what's a guy to do? Get that shit off me. Cat has walked by. Hello. Hello, Aurier. Hello. Hello, hi. Also, now that there's a cat in my house, just say 5 nice things about Heavensward really quick. Okay. It is very visually stunning. The direction and voice direction of a lot of the characters is much improved. Let's see, it sets the tone and pacing, or at least, no, sorry, it sets the tone for the rest of 14's stories going forwards. It sets up a lot of very interesting plot threads and expands the lore of the existing lore of the series in a very interesting way. Oh, and there's our last Ethan card. Okay, the young lady is now on top of the fridge. Also, so you know, when I say the young lady going forwards, I'm gonna be pretty much exclusively referring to Aurier, just because I think calling her the young lady is very funny. She's on top of the fridge. Zundu Fix It and Zundu Sell It are 2 of the best repair/vendor NPCs ever. I really like what they do with NPC like fixer names, or like I guess tribal or society seller and mender names, like Stick Peddler, Stick Mender. Excuse me. Oh, hello. What you looking at up there, Aurier? Is there something up there? You gonna say the mean thing? Not yet. Hey, Curb. Oh, also, just as a reminder, if you don't already, remember to download the 7TV app onto your browser of choice, because you can now see all of the fun emotes that I have, such as let's see. So whenever you type the, it replaces it with an emote. You could post this one. You could post Joel. You can't see what these are, but I can. Joel's a fish. Hello, Moon-Eyed Moogle, waiting to inhale. The Moogle on the watchtower is cradling her rumbling tummy.
Whatever could be taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome tooly hands that are flapping about. If you slay 4 of them, that should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo.
Is that like a browser extension? Yes, it is. It's like a better Twitch TV. But it works on not just on Twitch. It also works on YouTube and Kick, I guess. But yeah, you can use such emotes as "Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here in this great chamber." And you don't have to type that out every time either. It's like there's like a little button you could press in your Twitch chat that brings up all of the possible emotes that I have added to my channel. And additionally, it also does the fun thing of if there is an emote that somebody else in there uses in their 7TV channel, and you want me to add it to my list, I can, and that means you can start using it. So if there's a funny emote you find, send it to me, and if I also think it's funny, I will add it. Okay, that's gonna take too much fucking time. Actual enemies take a little bit more to kill than enemies that just pop up from doing, you know, main story quests and stuff. IDKY, but killing two Lihans is one of the things I remember the most about Heavensward. It's a good quest. That's an interesting thing you bring up, because I also have a memory of this. Maybe it's just because this is a very, like, common type of dragon enemy that you see, or, like, rigging dragon model, I guess. But honestly, I could not tell you. Moon Knight, yeah.
Thank you. Now that the Thule hands are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kupo?
He was never seen again. Hey, look, guys, it's Nidhogg's lair. Did you notice that?
Estinian, he's right behind me, isn't he? Pray tell me I'm wrong.
Is that it?
Yeah, man. I think so. I'm gonna be honest with you, man, that would have been my first guess.
That would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul.
That seems fine.
It would seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
We, Alpha Node. Are you sure?
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
If our only remaining recourse is to violence, then we should seek out the swiftest path to victory. With every moment we hesitate, Ishgard's prospects grow bleaker.
New winds, old friends. Estinian would have you enlist the aid of Sid Garland. Oh wait, hang on, sorry.
A force of sufficient power to break through the primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area, and I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours.
Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence.
And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together.
I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renet's Forum, Ruja. From what I glean of the Holy See's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard.
Go meet with your engineer friend. I shall remain here and keep vigil over the worm.
Great. Okay, it's time for me to say my mean thing about Heavensward. You see this area right here? This area that we've walked around in? This is all you are ever going to see of the Churning Mists in the main story. This is it! That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing else here. It's all just side quest fodder from here on out. Is that not insane to you? To use so little of this fucking place? Why? Also, more quests have appeared, because of course they have. Forgot about that, TBH. I never forget. It's like the 9/11 of me. Okay, we're not doing a Pebble for Your Thoughts, but we will do Nut Job. Like I said, a Pebble for Your Thoughts is going to be a part of a quest line that we are going to do after we unlock flying in this zone. Hi, Nicola. Nut Job. Mogomo has the next step of his perfect garden planned. Mogholm's upper layer is bathed in sunlight. That's why the Kupo trees go lush and leafy. I think a few would look perfect in my garden. I only want the best trees, and that means the best Kupo nuts. Mogzia tends to the greenery up top. Ask him if he can part with some. 5 should be enough, Kupo. Only Kupo nuts of the highest quality are worth planting in my garden. Ask Mogzia if he knows where we can get any.
Let's talk with Moglin and see if he has anything else to say now that we've met with Hraesvelgr.
Oh, the oddly named Ruja. I was most impressed by the sheer number of chores that you and your friends were able to accomplish in such a short amount of time, Kupo. If you ever have need of our aid again, I'm sure we can come to some labor-based arrangement.
Okay, that's the same one. Alright, up we go. This way. Fucking long ass way away. Hello, Mogzia.
Oh, so Mogomo is in need of Kupo nuts? He has been a good friend. Very well, take as many as you need. Just pick them straight off the branches, Kupo. Kupo trees grow all around this area. You simply need to pluck any right nuts from the branches, Kupo.
Alright. Hey, I got a question, just out of curiosity. Why was this quest unlocked after we met Hraesvelgr and found Didhog's lair? And, got another quest to leave the Churning Mists? Just out of curiosity? That doesn't count as a mean thing, because it's just a question. But just out of curiosity, why is that? There's just one more over here. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, if we're doing side quests here, then we're definitely not going to get to starting that quest by today. That's going to have to be the either the entirety of, or at least the start of next. Well, you know what? No, it's going to be the fucking entirety of next stream. That's for sure. Fuck you. What do you mean I can't jump in? Let me in. Let me take fall damage, bro. Ugh. We're good.
I know Moxia will pull through in providing only the best. Were you able to find the nuts I require?
Kupo nut, the flavorful seed of a kupo tree. The kupo nut is cherished by Mughals across the realm. This particular nut is especially plump.
My thanks. I couldn't have picked a firmer kupo nuts myself. The trees which sprout from these will be the envy of gardeners everywhere. One day, people from the surface will visit Mogholm in numbers like never before, bringing shiny tools and other sundries I can barely imagine. On that day, I'll show them my kupo nuts, my glorious kupo nuts, and they'll have no choice but to trade for my superior product. Just you wait, Kupo.
Remember that, how last time I fell from the heavens on my bike? Same issue. How are we supposed to Super Bolide now? Good question. Well, I mean, the real answer is that Super Bolide doesn't take you to 1 HP anymore, you know? It takes you to 50%. Kent, if you're still here, did you know about that, by the way? Did you know that that was a thing? That they changed Super Bolide? I know it doesn't have anything to do with monks, you don't necessarily care, but I feel like that would be funny for you to know. You did not know that? Yeah, it takes you to 50% HP now. Which... And I'm gonna be a little bit of a Debbie Downer on people who say that's a stupid change. That is a good change that they made, and my reasoning for this is because if you played Gunbreaker, especially on release, you might be familiar with times where you pressed Super Bolide and then you died because you went to 1 HP just as the same time as an attack went out. But you hadn't gotten the invincibility buff yet because they come at slightly different times, ever so slightly, and that made you really mad. So that can't happen anymore, thankfully. Instead, it should have taken a white mage down to 1 HP. I mean, you can, you just have to run a tank buster into them. Mogmont. Pom-pom panic. Mogmont is scouring the horizon for signs of Mughal life.
A recent spate of dragon attacks has been keeping us on guard. One can never be too careful, but no Mughal can keep watch forever. My shift replacements were due to arrive some time ago, but there remains no sign of them. Could you see if they've run into any trouble along the road, Kupo? Where could they be? They should have been here bells ago, Kupo.
Or be a blue tank and use a Veil on Faith. I've never done that. Nope, not once. I believe you. You would never lie to me, Kent. Because you're my friend. Mogson of the Mogson Construction Company, as usual. We've got some Raimi ribbons. Is there any chance that these are something I can turn in? And are they anything that I need for crafting quests? I don't think so. Be Weaver, probably, right? Yeah, so no. Son and done! That's right. My friend the Enabler. Oh, brother. Mogson looks to be in a gift-giving mood.
A friend of mine in Mogholm has a bit of an obsession with the tools of the landlords. It's easy to see why. We Mughals love shiny things, Kupo. Tools from ages lost can be found strewn about the landlord colony, ripe for the taking. My friend Mogmill would be overjoyed if you could find and deliver a few pieces to him in Mogholm. He'd be ashamed to let the landlord's equipment just sit and gather rust. Mogmill will surely put it to better use, Kupo.
I'm gonna be honest, I literally just now understood why it was called Landlord Colony. The name just never registered to me before, but now it makes sense, actually. Just goes to show that even I, the most powerful person of reading in all of Final Fantasy XIV, even I can still miss things. But not because I didn't read them, because I'm stupid. Hello. Hide your Mughals. Ooh, hard silver earrings. Goldsmith, anything? Nope, hard silver staff. Shoot. This Mughal is scouring every nook and cranny of Zenith.
Hide and seek seemed like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Now I just want to go home. Can you find the other 3 Mughals and tell them it's time to leave, Kupo? Who knew hide-and-seek could be so tiring? Find the other Moogles so we can go home. We?
I can go home whenever I want, buddy. This is your problem. How did you not see him? He's right there. So, it's not earrings, but if I get a hard silver bracelet, that is something I need for a crafting quest. Hey.
You actually found me? Aw, well, I suppose it's time to go home. I mean, you weren't hiding.
Really?
I can't believe you found me, Kupo. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time, Kupo.
Yeah, this guy is just fucking lazy. Like, he didn't even leave his starting point, did he?
I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed.
Great. What a quest.
You seek better than most Moogles. I guess I'll have to practice hiding at home. Hiding is such taxing work. I suppose it's time to train. How did you find me, Kupo? You're too clever by half.
Again, you were in plain sight.
Unbelievable! You've already found all the Moogles? Finally, we can go home. I've never seen such skilled seeking in my life, Kupo. Sorry to make you find everyone. We don't usually hide this well. You'll be the first one we invite to our next game.
Yeah, leave me out of this.
That mean old gardener won't let us play hide-and-seek, Kupo.
Oh, great. Speaking of that mean old gardener, we appear to have unlocked ourselves yet another quest. The Manic Moogle. The unceasing gardener. This Manic Moogle looks too busy to attend to his own matters.
There's so much work to be done and so many Moogles to do nothing but play. Say, you look like a serious sort. Would you deliver something to Mogholm for me, Kupo? I have a pot here filled with rich black loam from the surrounding area. Please deliver it to my friend Mogomo in Mogholm. He'll be ever so happy. The soil from this area is richer than most you'll find in the region. Mogomo will flutter with joy when he receives it. My friend Mogomo in Mogholm will be elated at the delivery. There's no soil richer.
Okay. I was about to say, if I couldn't walk through that, I was going to be pissed. Alright, let's get out there into the world and ensure that we complete these quests before we leave. Oh, also, on the topic of Tears of the Kingdom, so last stream I was talking about how I was almost done with Unicorn Overlord. I was just kind of watching all the, unlocking all of the rapport conversations. And I did that. I finished it. I unlocked every single rapport that has a conversation with every single playable character in the game. I don't really have much else to say about the rapports in that game that I kind of didn't already say last stream. But finishing Unicorn Overlord does mean that I finally went back to Tears of the Kingdom, and it's just not the same, man. As soon as I booted up, I just, like, sighed really loudly, and I was like, I'm still playing this game, huh? Because again, no shade to Tears of the Kingdom, but I just don't mesh well with that game, or Breath of the Wild, really. Especially because I'm in a point right now where, like, I am, like, so far along in the game that, like, I've basically unlocked a vast majority of everything in the map. Not everything, obviously, but, like, enough that the map is covered in icons, and it's mostly just a matter of rounding up everything that I have not already done. And that just gets a little tedious. Especially when some of the quests and exploration things are just so, ugh. Like, I think I recall the last thing that I did before I booted up Unicorn Overlord was I went to the Colosseum in the depths. And I was like, oh, a Lionel. I could beat a Lionel. And then another one showed up, and I was like, oh, okay, 2 Lionels in a row. Gotcha, I can do that. And then a third one showed up, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to run out of weapons here. And then a 4th Lionel showed up, and I was like, okay, this is a silver Lionel. It has to be the last one. And then a 5th Lionel showed up, and I was like, okay, well, I am literally completely out of usable weapons. I'm just going to leave, and chances are by the time I come back, I'm going to have to do all of this again. So that's really cool. I once again reiterate that weapon breaking is the worst mechanic in all of Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, and it should never come back, ever. Because it's not fun. And if you like it, I understand, but fuck you. It's not good. It would be better if it didn't suck. Got a mysterious package. Turns out your Christmas present from your aunt is an advent calendar. Got a hard silver staff for that turn-in. Oh, really? Oh yeah, that's right, because one of them's for a quest reward. Yeah, if you would be willing to give that up, that would be fantastic. I'll meet you. I assume you're probably going to be over in Mogholm to turn in that whatever quest you're doing. So I'll meet you back over there when I'm done. Running around in circles trying to find this last fucking tool. Oh, there it is. There's so many more interesting ways weapon durability could be handled, but they did none of them. It's true. Honestly, and this wouldn't have fixed it either, but it would have, like, alleviated it a little bit. Just like a thing you could do to repair weapons that were about to break. You know? That would have been fine. Amazed Moogle. Hey.
This isn't good. A nasty gang of dragons attacked my companions and me, scattering us every which way. The 3 of them should be around here. Have you found any trace of them, Kupo? They said the best tactic to use when facing a dragon is to run. They should be around here, Kupo.
On the road to Zenith, so a bit behind. Might be better to meet at Asa. Okay, gotcha. I will meet you there then. I think I have to go back there probably to turn in this quest anyway, so that'll be fine. Anything to make it so whether or not I can kill a big enemy is no longer determined by having a big enough inventory. Yep, yeah. And it's a shame, too, because while I don't particularly care for the combat in that game, Mortified Moogle,
we barely escaped by the fluff of our pom-poms, Kupo. Well, time to go back to the others.
While I don't particularly care for the way that the combat in that game works, fighting Lionels is pretty much universally my favorite thing to do, just because, like, it's the best parts of the combat distilled into one fight. But it would be a lot better if I didn't have to stock up on a big shit zillion weapons in order to fight a big Lionel, just because they have so much health.
Where's the bloody road? Ah, and many thanks for pointing me in the right direction, Kupo.
I also was hoping that one other thing that could have also slightly made the weapon breaking thing a little bit better is if the Master Sword did not run out of energy again. We did a whole DLC to stop that from happening in the last game. Oh, what, you don't drink attack boosting tonics and wear the Barbarian set? Yeah, oh, here's the thing, Otaku. That doesn't stop my weapons from breaking. It makes me deal slightly more damage, but it doesn't stop my weapons from breaking.
Are the dragons still out there? No? Then I guess I'll return.
So, like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's... And I know one thing you can do with the Master Sword is you can still attach items to it and, like, increase its attack power, and that's cool. It should be unbreakable, though. Because if the whole point of the Master Sword... I'm going to do some slight spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom, by the way. It doesn't really matter all that much. At least as soon as I'm done talking with these idiots.
Thank heavens we all made it, Kupo. Blasted dragons, let's head back to Asa before they return in greater numbers, Kupo. The dragons might still be around here somewhere. We would have never found a way out if it wasn't for you, adventurer. We won't let any of those vile beasts take us by surprise on the way back.
We hope. Okay, I am now on my way to Asa, by the way. So, in Tears of the Kingdom, one of the things that happens in it is you retrieve the Master Sword breaks at the beginning of the game, and then one of the big things is you find out that it was sent back in time and has been gathering spiritual power for, like, literally thousands of years in order to return itself to full strength. Now, wouldn't it have been nice if that made it so it didn't fucking break or run out of energy or whatever the equivalent is? Why couldn't you have just removed that little thing? And if you wanted to keep the durability thing on, fine. The individual items you attach to it, that can run out of durability and break and return the Master Sword to its base power level, but don't make me fucking wait to fucking get the Master Sword back, please. Thank you. Have fun with your questing. I'm gonna go back to Mogholm. Excuse me while I put this over here in the meantime. Big plot reveal with fixing the Master Sword made the running out of energy thing real dumb. Yeah, it's, oh man. I don't have any real, like, evidence to support this, but I feel like the teams that were writing things for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are two very different teams of very, very differing skill levels. Because there are a lot of quests and things in Tears of the Kingdom that are just like, this is so fucking stupid for no reason. Like, I think I've talked about this with some friends before, but the fact that, like, you can walk up to a character in full view of them and talk to them, and then in cutscene they say a line and they go, "Ah, you scared me! Don't sneak up on me like that!" is just like, I walked up in front of you, buddy. Come on. You can write a different version of this script that says, like, "Oh, hey there, thanks for not, like, sneaking up and scaring me."
Oh, the adventure is back. What do you need, Kupo?
High-quality black loam. While the high concentration of beastkin dung contained in this textured soil makes it suited for growing all manner of plants, it also makes it reek to the seventh heaven.
Soil from Zenith? My friend knows exactly what I like. You see, this soil is especially rich because of all the flowers in the area. It'll be perfect for my garden, Kupo. So how was Zenith? Majestic as always? Us Moogles are in charge of keeping it spick and span for Heavensward. In return, the Great Worm advises us when we run into trouble with the vicious dragon serving Nidhogg.
He hasn't been doing a very good job of that then, huh? Okay. Also, I'm sorry to say this, I love Matt Mercer as a voice actor. He does fantastic work. Bad pick for Ganon. Pick a fucking different guy, please. Like, he can do a good Ganon voice, but there are people who can do better Ganon voices. And it's a shame, too, because basically every other voiced character in the game is pretty much just, like, stellar and, like, fits the character really well. And then Matt Mercer. We couldn't think of anybody else. It would have been really funny if they replaced Zelda with Laura Bailey, though. That would have been very funny.
Moogle tools are dreadfully dull. I wish I had more of the landlord's shiny scraps, Kupo.
Ancient tool. Worn down by centuries of exposure to the elements, the purpose of this man-made tool remains a mystery.
This sheen! It's so bold. This metal's luster is so lovely, Kupopo. What's that? Mogson said to give these to me? Thank you, adventurer. I'll make sure to send my regards to Mogson as well. Collecting these landlord relics has become a bit of an obsession for me. Everything is so shiny. I feel like I can just stare at my glittering collection all day, Kupo.
Get Chris Pratt to play Link.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Okay, I'm gonna teleport to Black Shroud real quick and turn in this thing. And then I'm gonna go back to Ishgrad. What shall I do? Well, actually, there's only one thing I can do the fucking thing on. Oh, hell yeah, and it's a starred item, too. I've never understood what that means. I think it just means it gives more experience. Bam. Cool. What level is it now? 58, awesome. Only 2 more to go. I'm doing it, folks. Excuse me. Okay. Over to the Sky Suck Fuck. The Sky Suckin' Fuck. Hello, Alphanode. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgarians in their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Skysteel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it! Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on the knowings of all the Holy See's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Amanelane is about. Very astute. Also, Alphanode, you might remember, I did talk about how Sid was helping me with the airship thing. Do you remember what he was doing? He used the Excelsior to save me from Primal, a whale Primal that is still currently active in the Sea of Clouds. Do you remember that? Do you remember how I said there was a still active Primal in the Sea of Clouds? No? Okay, cool. When it comes to exchanging information of uncertain origin, Lord Amanelane is something of a prodigy. We were fortunate to find Lord Amanelane at home. The tavern keeper's loss is our gain. Ah, the hero returns! How goes your fight, old girl? Well, I trust. In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. Taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he's been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It should seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Rusha, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. If you do find Master Garland at the airship landing, I trust you won't forget who told you where to look. Credit where credit's due and all that. How you doing, sir? It is in the very face of fire and ruin that one must remain calm and collected. How are you doing, sir?
Are you still here, Mistress Lorelei? I was under the impression you had already embarked on your journey. Do you require assistance?
Let me see. Any of these have changed? Gotta go fix something. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping by. If you want to catch the rest of it, remember, all the streams will usually go up on YouTube the day after the stream finishes airing. So if you need some background noise, I'm great at making noise. My boys! My boys! Hello. What's that? There are dragons coming! Sorry, can't talk now. I have to finish this job and get out of here. If Ishgard comes under attack, we'll have to get out of the city pretty sharpish. Much like the idea of leaving a job half finished, though. Alright. Hang on, I'm revving up the Sid voice. Haruja! Alphanode! How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces.
Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as little as a surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. We always seem to come to you whenever we need someone to unfuck our problems, don't we?
Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship of her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there'd be precious little we could do to avoid them.
But there must be something we can do. Some manner of weapon we could employ? Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mists, but we do not know how much longer.
All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We're gonna need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's about time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far.
Also, it is actually pretty far. It's literally on the other side of town. But, I mean, whatever. What's distance to Sid Garland? Skysteel. Is that guy still up there? Yep. Hope somebody helps that guy soon. Because I'm sure as hell not going to do it.
They all want to build bigger, but we know where the future is headed. Ah, yes, the Skysteel Manufactory. As I recall, this workshop is primarily devoted to the construction of dragon-slaying weapons. And some weird Australian guy.
The Ishgardians have granted us the use of a small corner of their workshop, all part of the agreement. I think you'll see we've made the most of the space. All the projects inside. Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Could really use some triumphant music here, I gotta say.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
I most certainly will not, sir. Oh, hey, Tataru. How did you know we were here?
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
Oh, shit, that right. That is a plot line we still haven't finished yet, is it?
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Rauban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
I am as intrigued as you, Ruja. Shall we hear what news Tataru has brought for us?
Hang on, I gotta check in with Du Bois first. My lads have outdone themselves this time. Actually, my bros have outdone themselves this time. There we go, that's a little better. This is one of our best works, Ruja, no doubt about it.
Isn't she a beauty?
Are you talking about Tataru or the Mana Cutter? Knowing him, it could be either one. Hey, Tataru. A general summons. Get it? Because he's a general and he's summoning us? Tataru has news for you from Ul'dah.
General Rauban says that he may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you this time, not just you, Ruja, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Ruja.
Sorry, excuse me, sorry. I need to get back to my mature man's voice, because I am Alphanode, and I am a young man. I am not a child. Come, Ruja, pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanlan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends of the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him that we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare.
As you wish, Master Alphanode. To the Waking Sands, warrior of light, it is past time Ul'dah was delivered from this darkness.
Do I have... Fuck, I don't have any more Aetheryte tickets that take me to the Waking Sands. Shoot. Well, over to Horizon, I guess. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Just gonna put my coat back on real quick. Oh, it looks cool.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
The stare Higiri was giving him. I mean, listen. If it's gonna be for anybody, Rauban is a pretty fucking good choice, am I right? You know? Big guy, kind, good dad, best dad in the game, genuinely speaking. Unrivaled as far as I'm concerned. High standing, you know?
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery.
So that's how that word is pronounced.
There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
What a convenient thing.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Mariel.
Sorry, one sec. I'm just making a note for myself for later. Best dad that is still canonically alive in present-day MSQ? Oh, yeah, you know what? True. That's a good point, Nico. Good addition.
We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
You got it, Queen. I'm on it.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar.
Oh, he didn't even take her out of state. That's pretty good. Good.
But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Sure.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends. For Nanamo, and for Uldar!
Yippee!
Also, that line about him being down an arm and being a little bit less strong is much funnier given something that happens later in MSQ, where you find out that he still fucking whoops ass. Like, crazy hard. I heard you pulled General Din from the grasping fingers of Thal himself. It pains me it does to see that proud warrior less an arm. Oh, that's the same. Just double check in with everybody. Higuri, do you have anything different to say?
Raubon's recovery has been nothing short of miraculous, but I should not be surprised. By his scars, I gather that he has survived many terrible wounds.
Okay.
If one had chosen to entrap the Sultana in death-like sleep rather than slay her, then one must surely would also know of a means to rouse her from said state. There must be an antidote to this poison. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident, and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there.
Yes, ma'am. You can't see it because I don't have a camera, but I'm saluting whenever I say that. You guys remember the Silver Bazaar, right? We did a lot of quests down there. As well as a number of quests in the Uldar starting zone that I think were unique to it. I can't remember, honestly. But you might remember that the Silver Bazaar, just as a reminder, is an area that used to be a bustling area of trade, but the monetarists are now attempting to drive everybody out in order to build, like, fucking luxury condos or whatever. Hi, Danielle.
Mariel? Oh, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's the one closest to the market entrance.
Thanks, kid. You should maybe learn to not talk so much to random strangers who ask you questions like that. Just, you know.
Greetings, Ruja. What can I do for Silver Bazaar's favorite adventurer? Looking for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Uldar, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life.
Mr. Finode?
I have met the Sultana's handmaiden on numerous occasions, but I cannot for the life of me bring her features to mind.
Hello, Pipin.
I suppose it was too much to ask that we stumble upon her buying fruit in the market square.
Hi, Dulala. Are you really just allowed to be out here?
Let us gather all the players together. This has gone on long enough.
I agree. I would very much like to kill every single one of you in one fell swoop.
Easy now, General. We don't want her bolting down some other hole.
Gods damn it! Where is she? I will tear this place apart if I must.
There's like 3 houses here, dude. It'll be fine. You know, I should really... Hang on. Get out my Sabotender parasol. There we go. Rain check? Yep, it is in fact raining. Actually, do Fafano and Galfridius have anything else to say? Nope. Nope. Oh, hang on. I almost forgot to fucking talk to you. Geary, God, what an idiot I would have been. Target is Mariel. Nope, that's... Okay. Did you really have to... You didn't need to repeat that line, game.
Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. Ugh, my masters will not be pleased to hear of this.
It is very...
My associate and I only want to help rebuild and restore the Silver Bazaar to her former glory. Fortunately, several of the local residents refused our generous offers to purchase their property.
It is very funny to me that the monetarists, in their attempt to hide the fact that they attempted to assassinate the fucking Sultana by permanently setting back their luxury condo scheme. Oh! Hello, ma'am. This won't take long.
You are Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Least suspicious answer. Hi.
General Alden.
Hi! I'm alive. And I'm missing an arm. Do you have one to spare? Do you have one you're looking to donate, perhaps? Alright, gang, roll up. Hi, this is very unfortunate for you. You should have changed your fucking name and left the country.
Girl.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Kill him. Kill him right now. Shoot. Bang, 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 bang.
Lonorito, you'll best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim.
Wow, I forgot that that was a thing. because that is never brought up ever again. I feel like we should explore that more.
"'Twas plain that Telegi's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise."
And what of Nanamo?
"Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Telegi. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected."
Uh-huh.
You conniving little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine.
Yeah? So, why did he, so where is he now? Just out of curiosity.
Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
Uh-huh, and where is he now?
Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades.
Ah, okay, so he's not yours anymore, is he, buddy?
I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive, and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
I think we should kill you and dump your body in the ocean. Personally.
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Telegi Adelegi without trial?
Hey, Dulala, did you not just hear his entire speech about how that was his plan? To force Raoban into a situation in which he would do that, acting in anger? Because his, essentially, daughter was killed, as far as he knew? Were you not paying attention to that? I kind of think we should also kill you and dump your body in the ocean, too.
Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
Oh, so we care about the word and the spirit of the law now. I see. Interesting.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
I love that she has no negative words to say about Lolorito. She agrees with him. She agrees with everything he did 100%. If I genuinely feel that if Rauban got executed?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation.
I genuinely believe that if Rauban had been executed as Ilberd wanted, both Dulala and Lolorito would never have gone to this extent. Because they simply would not fucking care. They would just wake the Sultana up and move on.
You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
No, that's okay. You can wait here. Kick him. Kick him right now.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
He did cut your arm off. Like, almost, that was his plan. Like, 100%. And also schemed to get his, coworker killed. God, I fucking hate this guy so much.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
Can you reprimand him even a little bit? No? Alright, cool. I'm not gonna kill you also. You're very lucky. So I guess yeah, you're gonna get you're probably gonna get arrested and then spend, like, I don't know, the rest of your life in jail for high treason. You should talk about what Lolorito paid you to do, though, because that is also high treason. She did it off screen? If she did it off screen, she would have at least said that she did. But again, I fully believe that she was 100% on board with what he did. Like, without question. You had killed the one you served. Ah, pray excuse my mutterings. I was reminded of a line from an old poem. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. I was kind of hoping for it too, actually. Little did I suspect he of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Awakening in Ul'dah. Alphanode would see this dark chapter in Ul'dah's history brought to a close. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. I suppose. All right. Well, before we do this, I am going to try and position myself to perfectly enter the gates of Ul'dah with auto-pathing. And go for a quick piss. So I'll come back and we'll see if my plan has paid off. Let's fucking go, baby. I am so goddamn good. Where's my victory button? Also, good use of the 7 TV emotes, Kirby. Thank you. At least someone is doing it. Chamber of Rule. Hello. I hope Lord Lolorito's potion is as effective as he claims. It would appear the Syndicate has moved swiftly to clear our names. Bartholomew, for one, does not seem remotely surprised by our presence here. Yeah, it's probably because I went to talk to him a while ago, actually. In fact, I've been able to walk around the city perfectly fine with nobody coming after me for a long time. Flame General Raubon mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way, if you will.
I was having the longest dream.
Hey, have you guys been feeding her, by the way? Because I know she's been asleep for a long time, but she hasn't been able to eat because she's been asleep, right? You know that. Oh, you know what? Whatever.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Where's Godbert?
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber.
Alright, now do an axe throw at Lord Lolorito and Dulala, please. Stab them through the chairs.
I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition.
Wrong.
'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Yeah, doing things like assassinating the Sultana, or putting the Sultana into a deep sleep, or, you know, whatever other thing I can think of.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, it would appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
It's not how it's pronounced, by the way.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
Great.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves.
Hey, buddy, I don't know if, You know what, never mind.
Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Hey, no offense. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it now. No offense, buddy. I think you stopped being the commander a while ago. Hey, bud. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide, especially not my sister, who basically doesn't exist at this point. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Just like Danganronpa. Okay. A brave resolution. Alphanode would know how things stand at the Rising Stones. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. Oh, hi, Yugiri. I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. I and Uldar too shall flourish once more. General Rauban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe.
Lady Yugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones?
Ah, yes, of course. You'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphinaud. To me? I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths.
Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. Shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Ruja? You were there at the company's inception. 'Tis only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support.
Sure. Why not? Unfortunately, Nicola must be off, and I mean, I've been voluntold to go to a football game. Good luck. Have fun with soccer. Oh, this reminds me, actually. Hang on. I did want to just real quick... let's see... There we go. Okay, so, there was a quest that you could do in here called No Longer a Collectible, which is a quest that you can do with Disciple of the Hand, and use it to unlock Ethereal Reduction. Also, hey, buddy. We rejoice at your return, O esteemed and merciful warrior of light. Please have mercy on me. Oh. That's funny. I didn't actually know that line was there. And I did this quest off screen because I needed to do it in order to unlock the ability to do Ethereal Reduction. So I'm gonna read this quest because I took images of it. It's called No Longer a Collectible. Leader Lona has a proposition for one as accomplished as you. If I may, miss, you are an accomplished miner, are you not? Perchance you are familiar with Ethereal Reduction? Also, sorry, it's Disciple of the Land. My bad. Not Hand. Simply put, it allows... are you familiar with Ethereal Reduction? Simply put, it allows one to break down an item into its base ethereal components, or something to that effect. The process is admittedly difficult for a layman to explain. Koko Samu, a disciple of Master Mutamix, would surely be glad to tell you more. She gives you a letter to Koko Samu, which reads a handwritten message from Lear de Lona requesting that Koko Samu share with you his knowledge of Ethereal Reduction. Talking with Koko Samu, back to trade tongue flaps about shifty making or transmutation or whatever? No? A letter? Get rid of that. If you wanted to know about Ethereal Reduction, all you had to do was ask. As the name suggests, it's a method of reducing items to a more primordial state, as it were. Crystals, for the most part. Now, before you go thinking you can rid yourself of all your worthless shit in this fashion, think again. Only items with a certain... how should I say this? Ah, right. Collectability. Only rare items valued as collectibles seem to be suited for this process, so it's hardly an easy decision to make. In any case, why not give it a go? You'll never know what you'll get unless you try. And that gives you the ability to get items like ether sand, which you need for stuff. I think that's the same there. Actually, hold on, sorry. I'm gonna do something to check something because I really want to see it. Where was it? It would be... pretty sure it would be over here. I'm guessing the adventurer guy in front of the, over here, I'm guessing he's gone as soon as you start Yeah, he's not there anymore. But I wonder if that other Crystal Brave that hangs out over here is around. Because I didn't know that that Crystal Brave in Mordona had updated dialogue. So if she did, then there's a chance that the guy over here, if he's still here, also has some. The Brass Blades have been ordered to cease their pursuit of the Scions, but we've received no new instructions. What are we supposed to do now? And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you watch this show, because you never would have seen that one singular sentence, or paragraph, rather, if it weren't for me, so you're welcome. I deserve 10 billion gift subs as a result of that. Thank you very much. Please and thank you.
Commander, you're alive!
And Rouge too, I need scrape through.
My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal.
Ah, you'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than expected, aye, but we was still fighting for freedom and all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye!
You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with most profound regret, then, that I must...
That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see, and we all agree. You can take our uniforms and strip of us our rank, but we won't be no less of a company. Of heroes.
But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other, and to you.
Commander, Alpha and out. Our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to us. Let us help the Scions. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others.
My friends, after all that has happened, I now know what to say.
Are you crying, you big baby? Alright, look at all the people we have to talk to. Let's go. Man, this place got fucking trashed. I sent Shinobi to spy upon the Brass Blades, and it would seem that Ida and Papalimo's resistance accounted for a sizable number of the company's soldiers. All that we know for certain, however, is that our friends' corpses were not found amongst the bodies they left behind. Okay, well, that's a good sign. As we know, no corpse means no confirmation. Ermgus? First things first, we must needs put the Rising Stones in order. We cannot have the Archons return to find their headquarters in such a shambles.
We must repair this damage if our minds are to find focus. Now, where to begin? I feel blessed to have witnessed such a fine display of camaraderie. Rouge and Lorelei, I joined the Crystal Braves in the hopes of following in your footsteps, and I do not regret the decision, not even for a moment. If we scrutinize the Scion's records, they should provide us with likely locations to which the missing Archons might have fled. Put your mind at ease. It is for work that just such as this that we have been trained.
I don't know if you know, but during that God's damned feast, Flamine got abandoned by some third unit curs over in Limsa. I'm told she danced free of the noose, though. Ain't heard nothing since, but my guess is she's lying low somewhere in the port. Why would you attack Flamine? Just, like... She's just, like, one of the side... Like, I assume you would try and capture her, but, like, the attack sounds like they were trying to kill her.
We'll find the missing Scions, I promise you. Between us and the immortal flames. Excuse me. No stone in Eorzea will be left unturned. Pray, excuse me, I had thought my tea was spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am exception that proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Ruja. But as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Sorry, I have to decline. I need to change classes. There we go. Ready to fly! You ain't nothing but a whiskey Delta. Alpha Node has matters to attend to at the Rising Stones. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger in the Waking Sands and Tataru in Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland of the Manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. I am informed Flamine and her bodyguards, Hoary Boulder and Coltonet, went missing shortly after the feast. Our list of absent friends grows longer. It would seem the Uldans no longer require my services. I shall return to the search for our missing companions. I don't know why. Why did I say it like that? Alright, I'm guessing just about everybody else has... yeah, the same. Let's check out the solar real quick. Starting to yawn, which means my meds are starting to wear off, I think. Okay, well, that's everything. One sec, I'm gonna do a fun little run around search for the young lady. Shit, I just noticed. Have I been muted that entire time? I have, haven't I? Oops. I'm not very smart. Sorry. Let me read all those, lines again. So sleepy. What? I'm awake. We've been working on a second vessel while we perfected the prototype. Don't worry, they'll both be able to handle the winds you're expecting. And anyway, cat update. She is under my bed, and I hope she is not under there in like 2 hours, because I have to go to bed. I legit just thought the background noise was too loud. I mean, it's about that loud. Ruja, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have at this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay the visit to Fort 10th Manor. Dragoon by the name of Estinian was looking for you. Waiting around here won't speed matters up. Leave the boys to apply the finishing touches and go and see your friend. Hang on, let me double check something really quick here. Okay, we're missing Malefic 2 is what we're missing. Honestly, even if you sleep in your bed, she'll most likely be fine. Yeah, but I like to have my door closed is the thing. And all of her like litter box and her bed and everything is in my roommate's room. Hey, buddy. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Uldans then? Monsieur Startaloo has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the area, plotting his revenge. Might this not be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough.
And also, unfortunately, I don't think me and Aurier are good enough friends yet that she would, like, voluntarily go anywhere really near me. Or, like, lay down anywhere near me. Hey, let me up.
Sir Emmerich has been eager to speak with you. Pray proceed.
Hey, buddy. How goes the paperwork?
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point.
It's honestly, it has not actually been that long.
Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isard taught us much.
Who? Don't worry about it.
Oh, she's out from my bed. She's out from under my bed.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus, you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
Inaba brand churu sticks, chicken puree that she can lem like a go-gurt. I've seen those before. I think there was one of those. Was one of the treats that we used to lure her around in the Humane Society where we adopted her from. So I think you were right on the money there, Otaku. Good God, man! Don't whip it out right in the middle of
might is legendary, but with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so, and I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Look at her face. She's like, "Fuck no, you're not doing that."
Lord Commander, no.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury. You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Estinian, buddy, we need at least one DPS, at least one tank. We need at least 2 DPS, at least 1 tank, and at least 1 healer. You're fucking putting down potential party members, bro.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
I fucking hate you so much, but...
I have pricked Master Alphinaud's pride, I fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the area.
Yeah, and we would have had a fucking healer. He really told the tank and healer to sit this one out. He's like, yeah, we got this.
Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphinaud will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice.
Fuck you, Estinian. Let the kid come. Into the Eyrie. Estinian is eager to set forth for the Eyrie. The fucking whiplash? What do you mean, bees?
We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garlon and take possession of the Manakatos.
It was perfect? What do you mean? What was perfect?
The moment is at hand, warrior of light.
The ambiance? Oh yeah, I mean, Ishgard's natural music is pretty nice.
Oh, I guarantee you, won't find any loose rivets. Yeah.
We triple checked. That's a real yawn, by the way, from me.
These little beauties are our pride and joy, and now they're yours. So, be careful with them, aye?
Ruja, old friend, the cutters are ready when you are.
The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Wait, it's been days? How?
Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cermet drill through cottage cheese.
And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee.
You have our thanks. Come, warrior of light, the dread worm awaits.
Sure. There it is. Uh-huh. True! Everybody please use the true emote in chat. Which is just true with a capital T.
To the Manakatos, warrior of light, the dread worm awaits.
That's the same line.
Keep that overgrown lizard a kick in the tail for me, eh? We'll be waiting for you, Ruja.
Okay, let me just look at what the NPCs actually are. Okay, yeah, so you just get a knight, a Dragoon and Istinian for the NPC thing. Let me see what happens if I am a tank. Get a healer? Yep, you get a Temple Church in it, which is, of course, a woman, because women can only be healers, as we all know. But yeah, I'll send one to. Okay, what am I gonna do it as? Probably. I mean, I guess it makes the most sense to do it on Astro. I am missing Malefic 2, but how much damage am I losing? 10 potency! Alright, who gives a shit in that case? The Airy. Sensing the death of his consort, a wary Nidhogg has surrounded his lair with a wall of tempestuous winds. After calling upon the assistance of Sid and his ingenious engineers, however, you and Astinian are now ready to breach this howling barrier on the wings of their latest airship prototype, the Mana Cutter. Join the Asher Dragoon on this, the greatest of worm hunts, and mount a direct assault upon the Airy. Only with the death of Nidhogg can you ensure the preservation of Ishgard, and bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Isn't that right, Ori? She agrees. You're logging in? Okay, if you say so. I will be playing as healer, though. So you know, Bees. That's fine? Okay. The Woke Grand Companies and their male healers, the Woke Scions and their male healers. That's right. That's how you know they're the progressives. Because they're woke. Damn, I think Aurier literally just ran around the entire breakfast bar, jumped up on top of the fridge, then down to jump into the bathroom. She's gotten some zoomies, that's for sure. Would you two like to join me in call, by the way? I'll be in Light Party 1 if you would like to. Hello! Cool, let me, I almost forgot, let me turn Discord on so other people can hear you. Oh, uh-oh. Hello, Aurier. Oh, are you under my desk? Okay, goodbye.
Hello, little miss. Not that she can hear me, but I greet her all the same.
Yes, and it is appreciated. Okay. Everybody on what they want to be on?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Woe to the poor sod who is getting 3-player comms.
That's right. Evil!
And luckily I am not in my mana cutters, I presume.
Well, they only made 2. Oh, hey, big guy.
Well, I mean, we also have mana cutters, so... Oh, so that's a Nidhogg. Funky. Dogfight.
Look at this! Ah! Flashbang! And down he goes.
And then Astinian just escapes.
I think mana cutter is the unsexiest form of transportation. I think there's probably worse.
I use them when I'm trying to maneuver underwater. For some reason, it feels better when it's underwater.
I get that.
Yeah, Nidhogg's Boast really doesn't have a damn thing on anti-athletes. If Nidhogg can't rip our spines out our souls, what is the damn point?
I think that would be too elaborate for him.
Yeah, but like, when comparing badass bows, like... Alright.
Okay,
you guys like my fucking...
Yes.
Oh no, he DMV'd!
Oof.
Poor man.
Rip to this Highlander. DMV'd.
It's possible he didn't even have one made. You never know.
True.
Yeah, some of them can be a bit,
He was born in the DMV.
Weren't we all, if you think about it?
The DMV wasn't even that bad, but that's probably because in recent experience it's like appointment only and yada yada.
Boy, my Astro setup on this character is very different than what it is on every other character. Watch out, bees. Card.
Card? Oh.
Yeah, I gave you a card.
I was looking at the enemies trying to figure out what you meant. I just got home.
Well, welcome home.
I found out I have a Daiso kind of nearby.
Daiso?
The store.
Yeah. Although you probably have
surprised.
a Jollibee near you too, because I did some digging, and the nearest Jollibee to my location, because I've been wanting to try Jollibee so goddamn much. The closest one to me is in New York City.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's not very close at all. It's kind of misleading,
Absolutely.
actually, because it's far.
Yeah. Although I did find a ramen, Korean fried chicken, like, I think it's mostly Korean cuisine, but it's called Mochi Shack, and they do mochi donuts. So the
ones that are all like cut of flour, or like like a visual of a flower.
a flower shape, kind of like a ring of little orbs in a donut. Yeah.
Ouroboros
It's the,
anal bead.
Okay, sure,
Well, it
yeah.
can be. That's one way of looking at it. But yeah, because they also have the corn dogs with the cheese.
Oh yeah, I've never had one, but I've seen the visuals.
I wanted so badly to try one.
I think I would just shit myself just like in the proximity of one.
I mean, there are lactades and stuff.
True.
I'm over here.
Taxi as in. Max, you fool.
He's fine. It doesn't get long. This fight is still baby easy. Ow.
Whee! So, for some reason, Dark Knight's sword leaves, like, trails
Yeah.
that I can notice. And it's making me think of the new Alliance raid.
Which I have not done yet.
Oh, I love it when the fucking tank gets the tether. That's always very funny.
At least I know what I'm doing.
It's true.
Helpers, helpers.
Oh, that's not right. I gotta be honest, I really don't care for the new Astro cards.
I stopped understanding how to play Astro after they changed it after the Near Raids. The Near Raids were the last time I kind of understood them. And then they've changed.
Whee! I always get turned around at that point.
It's a weird, like, exit to this,
Yeah.
place.
Yep. Whee!
You know what's really funny to me, by the way?
What?
If they wanted an easy, like, free tank and healer for this dungeon, they could have just changed that last cutscene to be like, Istidion's like, yeah, sure, you can come along. Why not? Who cares?
I will admit, I kind of miss when the red dragons were just sleeping dragons.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Like, it was kind of fun being clever about where you killed the dragon rings. Which, out of context, is kind of a fucked up thing to say, but...
No, you're right.
It's true, yeah. That's... I mean, there's I remember very fondly in World of Warcraft, one of the very first raids in, like, Classic, or not very first, but, like, one of the early ones, is one where there's a boss that if you kill him too fast, he just explodes and kills everybody in the raid. So what you have to do is you have to mind control him with an orb to kill all of the eggs in the room.
You don't want to blow up. Ooh, you don't want to blow up so bad.
It's more like, ooh, you want to kill all of your children. You want to kill all of your children so bad. It's really fucked up. But at the same time, we're like, yeah, whatever, we don't care.
I mean, isn't there, like, Heavensward? Doesn't Heavensward have a fight that if you unsync it and kill a boss too fast, it just fucking explodes?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Sure.
But yes,
that,
Kirby,
like,
they did dumb it down because they needed to have a party of NPC avatars go through this, and NPCs would not be smart enough to interact with a mechanic like not killing the broodlings near the red dragon. Oh, I should probably, like, heal you, I guess. Whatever. I guess I'll heal you.
Tank privilege. I don't pay attention to my health.
Neither do I, up until it's too late.
Like, I'm so focused on not standing in AoEs, it's like... Whee!
Oh boy, more clear prisms. Stop taking damage. I want to keep casting gravity. Hang on. No, close bag, please. There we go. Really struggling with menus really quick there. Alright, time for the other fight that they changed for NPCs. Because it was too hard to get them to do it.
We had to, like, what?
You had to
leave
kill,
one of the things alive so that it would eat the gas clouds, right?
Yes, that's right. So it wouldn't get too big and explode and kill us all very big.
Flammable or inflammable. I forget which is which. Whoop.
That guy's gonna get hit.
Oh, I got hit too. I went further than I thought.
Enjoy your bone snack.
Okay.
Crunch, crunch, delicious.
It'll be fine.
Crunches sadly.
Surely you won't get hit by it again, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Surely not. Oh, but I kept my cool.
Go.
Body slam.
Whee.
Arm's length. I will say, taking up the, having attempted savage raiding has really helped me, like, grow as a player overall. if only because the stuff I ignored early on is now, like...
Much more
Prevalent.
something... Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't need to do another one. Keep doing damage.
Big damage.
I'm gonna stand right here. This might not be correct, but
There we
it
go.
wasn't. Who cares?
Big damage. Big damage. Whee!
We did it.
Also, the gap closer is just fun.
Yes, that's true.
Slide.
Just go new.
Well.
So I notice I have Fuga, and then I have to either use Mangetsu or Oka, but I don't see one that's for the equivalent for the light blue.
That's because the light
the
blue
snow?
does not have a buff associated with it.
Yeah.
You just get it.
Yeah. Yeah, with Moon and Flower, they both have a 1, 2, 3, but with Snow, it's just 1, 2.
I'm talking about the AoE one.
Oh, for the AoE one? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because you don't need the white one for AoE.
You're right, actually. That makes sense.
Hi, Ned. Die, Ned.
And also, white doesn't give a buff that you would need to keep up as well. Remember, this guy has attacks you can move out of if you read the telegraphs, like this one. Well done. You didn't need to live in bed.
I fat-fingered living dead.
I was about to say, I was like, come on, you gotta have a little bit of confidence in me.
No, I have plenty of confidence in you. It's just that my controller sensitivity has me still on the second page when I should be on the first, so to speak. If that makes any sense, I doubt.
I think I can. That's right, I got it from a fucking retainer.
Retainer for some reason.
That's the honestly only reason I'm still sending retainers out on ventures is because they sometimes bring me Heavensward dungeon gear.
Oh, and then is it not directional at all anymore? Okay.
Which one?
Oh, just the AoE.
Yep,
any
it just
of the
hits
AoE ones.
it just hits in a big circle around you. That's been that way since I want to say since Shadowbringers, but I can't remember. Like late Shadowbringers at least.
And then an annoying thing that my targeting does where I'm aiming at a monster and it says, oh, you're looking at one of your teammates? Sure.
Ah, a man.
Behold, a man.
It is a featherless biped.
I thought you said federalist.
I mean, we don't know what this guy's politics are. Other than that, he's French.
French.
I had joined your stream, and it was just like calm, quiet, normal, and I was fucking sending a message to Otaku, and I almost had to stop typing just to be like, Otaku, I need to explain what just fucking happened to me. But like, obviously Otaku's already watching the stream.
Mm-hmm.
The whiplash from the ambiance, right?
Yeah, from the ambiance. I wasn't ready for it, because clearly I have my sounds off all the time. So I didn't have that on for the music part.
Right.
But I was not fucking ready for it.
There he is, the final boss of Heavensward.
There he is. Make out.
Okay, why is this guy just beginning push-ups?
Because he's waiting.
He's keeping swole. He's warming up.
It's very normal. Draconian Gaze. The dragon's eye is limiting Nidhogg's strength. Impudent mortal, thou would used mine own eye against me? Yes. Hey, tremble at my fury, please.
Yeah, so for some reason, unlike all of my other adjustments, as it were, so in order to access the second page of my skills, I have it set up so that I can just double tap a trigger button to access the second page. Mm-hmm. Well, for some reason, on Dallin and Lilira, this ends up with just... I double tap and it stays there rather than as on Dante where I'll double tap, hit the thing, and then it goes back to being page 1.
Table price. Please help. Thanks. I cannot even begin to tell you how fucking annoying it is that I had to do that this dungeon recently, my teammates did not get me out of that.
Full honesty, you were in his tail. I didn't even see it at first, so I appreciate you yelling.
Attend to me, my kindred. Slay these treacherous children of man. I'm literally always saying this when I'm gathering up my Rancor.
Gee, Shrew, what's your favorite Final Fantasy monster? Walks around with frickin' Plague Doctor plushie, carries lantern, has knife.
I think they're talking about me, Chad.
Yes, I do like Tonberry's best.
Treacherous mortals. Horrid roar. Also hot.
Hot
roar.
I could go for some chickens, Christ. The joys of being a broke-ass bitch.
Oh god.
My body.
And the only group preventative measure I have available to me is frickin' reprisal.
Yeah, you don't
I
have
miss
Dark
Dark Missionary
for a while. I mean, you also don't have fucking TBN, literally the most important.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's not
you
until
can,
next
you can
pack
LD.
or something.
Oh, I can. Did it matter if I was at his back or his side? I don't know.
Nope, it's gonna be me.
Ripley? But hey.
Oh, hi,
We got
Estinian. Thanks for the assist, dickhead.
Directly in front of you.
Did not
And this
fucking
we had to
It's
keep him
fucking
alive
more.
during this boss fight.
I'm leaving.
Her work here is not done.
But yeah, I miss when we had to keep that asshole alive and he'd pop a barrier for us. Where the hell is that at? Did he run away before we could,
I calmed him.
Okay.
Also, sitting and said, on your guard, our work here is not yet done, or something.
Yep, I saw it, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thank you two very much for the help for the dungeon.
Of course.
I'm gonna hop
Thank
out.
you for having us.
Yep. What a nice couple of young theys.
No worm! This ends here! You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength,
It shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
Hey, yo, this motherfucker's name is Flavian.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, it is plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory, only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
Sir, whose name I will not use because we don't know it.
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
You know, it's funny that we don't know this guy's name. It's almost like he's a forgotten knight.
We four, then.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrender, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
Yeah, we should get a fucked up pope, too.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
And so it was that Zemail ruined history for everybody involved. Nice job, dickhead. Dude, get the fuck away from me, you stink of blood.
Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history, to the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Why the fuck are you giving it to me?
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
So, that scene also lends a little bit of interesting truth to what Hraesvelgr was talking about earlier.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win.
Sure, buddy.
Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side.
Oh my god, I just heard a meow from the young lady. That's crazy. Anyway, so here's the thing, right? When Hraesvelgr said the best way to show that a person of Ishgard was of the blood that partook of Ratatoskr was just a little bit of dragon blood, and that would immediately turn them into a dragon if they were of that lineage. What we saw in that was that the people who survived that battle, who partook of the blood, were the founders of the four great houses and several other knights who just left. Which means that there were not four great houses. There were technically 7 or more, but they just fucked off and left because they didn't want to bother. So, the entire concept of nobility is a farce.
I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew.
Hooray, we can fly in this horrible place now. We also got Mana Cutter Key, an iron key that completes the circuit connecting a Mana Cutter steering mechanism with its engine. Where is my Mana Cutter? There it is. Mana Cutter, supervised, in spirit, by the ever-absent Cid, Biggs, and Wedge, with a little bending over by Biggs, put their heads together to create this flight-ready miniature airship powered by the realm's first corrupted crystal engine. There are more of these Mana Cutters to be had, yes? As it says Emmerich. The song begins. Istinian would know the origin of Nidhogg's mysterious eye.
With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remain to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if I sought yes lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw.
Sounds good, buddy. Here we go. Flying! Yippee! Alright, so once we turn this quest in and get the quest to return to Ishgard, that is probably where we're going to leave off for today. Because it is, we've been going for about 3 hours now, and my dinner is coming out of the oven right now. I'll be right back. Also, I have a little bit of a bone to pick with Haldrath, because... Now, here's the thing. I am definitely all down for being down with the monarchy and everything. However, I think Haldrath's decision to go, fuck it, I'm gonna abdicate the responsibility of king and just go kill shit as penance for killing another motherfucker. I think that was a really bad move on his part. And did nothing to help the fact that everything was solidified to be a massive lie by his knights. She has scarce moved since we last parted. Hraesvelga's confession will soon shake her from her stupor.
'Twas you, was it not? Furious screams of the dragons carried far. You've slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not Hraesvelgar to mourn the death of his kin in peace?
If he was going to abdicate the throne, he could have at least used special magic to make the people decide the next king. Perhaps. Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm and the mysteries that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we might bring at last this petty conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. You got it, buddy. Here I go. Wait, here, I'll do it again. There. That ought to get it. Hurry up and show up, dickhead.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head? Just go ahead and pop that sucker right back in the socket. Pop. Now you might say, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't matter. Dragons are made of magic.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
Kom an I fåren kin I has mån in. Nå skal han stra av an urstjas anan.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
I would also, I would like to defend Hraesvelgur's decision here just a little bit, because A, I would understand being really mad about this, but also, if he did not do that, if he did not give up his eye, Nidhogg would have bled to death, basically. As Haldrath mentioned, without the eyes, the source of his power and his entire essence, Nidhogg would have just died. So if Hraesvelgur had done nothing, he would have condemned his brother to die a slow, agonizing death. And in giving his eye, he condemned all of humanity, or all of Ishgard-anity, to slow, agonizing death. So, I mean, I don't blame him. Mostly.
This one som anshin inkin in Ela. Echmon ratan in El. Esklos nizeg a. Liz eskan gaan. I'm fire. Kolum Tolos Ineskla. Kas Echichiso Sekmon Inaan Srei Snowfall in Sif-Ian.
That's total bluster on his part, by the way. He wouldn't. Hooray! We did it! Anyway, it's time for stream to end. Yeah. All right. Sorry, let me just pet the cat. I can't. She hisses at me whenever I get near her. Also, guess what spawned all over the churning mists? How many channel points to pet the cat? Great question. Yeah, we're gonna fucking deal with that later. Anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me today on this episode of Heavensward Reread. We unlocked Flying in the Churning Mists. That's the biggest thing that happened. Oh, and we killed Nidhogg too, I guess. But regardless, thank you guys very much for joining me today. It was an adventure and a half, I suppose. Looking ahead, next 14 stream is probably just going to essentially just be side quests in the Churning Mists, because there's just so many. And we have a 20 quest line to go through as well. So that's gonna have to take precedence over pretty much everything else. But all that aside, next stream is we're gonna be going back to more Overlord. And then we will see what comes. I would say that tomorrow, or rather Sunday's stream, which is presumably when that's going to happen, might be the last one for a little bit, because it will be the last stream for a week at the very least, because the next 1 week from now is noted dogshit American holiday Thanksgiving, which I will be spending with my family. And then Sunday, the 1st of Dismember, we might be able to do something then. Might have a stream then. But otherwise, that's the plan right now, just so you know. Let's see, what else to say? Yeah, nothing really important. Let's go ahead and raid my friend Lane. I believe she's live. All right, there we go.